What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and this is
Loaded. Stop, I'm on it. Hey, you know I'm on that though, man. Y'all, come join it. In the traders.
your market today was an absolute disaster. And right there was when the Fed started talking, it just started tanking. Here's your fixed income, and guys, in my opinion, it's a great time to buy fixed income. You want more information on trading debt? Watch my video. I did a great video, about 20 minutes long, but it really got into debt trading and the pros and the cons associated with it. Futures are all red, nothing special. We'll see what they do in pre-market tomorrow to get a good idea of how the market will open. Sector performance absolutely was demolished today with all of the bearish momentum that was in the market. Here's your flow. We're about 50-50, bulls versus the bears. A little slight edge going towards the bears. Dark pool, pretty much all SPY. There's a few other tickers, but SPY's the big one by far. Here's your most volatile stocks, and I got my eye on a couple of them specifically for tomorrow. Myrna, Charter, and AVGO are all on my watch list. Golden crosses means they got some bullish momentum. We were looking for continuation. What I want you to take from this is that look at the amount of penny stocks that are on this list. Penny stock market is starting to really heat up, especially with the volatility in the options market and the blue chips. So we're paying attention to the pennies going into closing out this year. Death cross means we're looking for some follow through to the downside. Keep your eye on DIA, KLAC, and BLK. Those are the ones that I'm paying attention to out of this particular list here because I think they have the most potential for dramatic pushes to the downside as far as dollar amounts are concerned. Here's your top trending stocks, and we're paying attention to quite a few names on this list as these are the movers and shakers that are making the dramatic pushes that we can capitalize based off of volatility. Top news, we're looking at Asia stocks that are sagging with the dollar from the hawkish Fed Reserve. We'll see how they end up closing out and get a little bit of push, but we're looking at the Asia and the European markets to see how they close to get an idea of potentially the direction that we will get over here in the U.S. markets. There's the man of the hour, and boy, did he just wreck everything for the Santa rally. We still might get a rally, but it won't be as dramatic of a push to the upside as we were all hoping for. So I have dubbed Mr. Powell as the Christmas Grinch. And there it is, man. If you guys were wondering why Tesla was just a falling knife, right there, the man sold some of his shares. Guys, what we're seeing here is we're seeing Tesla investors, and big money we're talking about, pulling out of Tesla because they don't feel as though Tesla has a dedicated CEO because Musk is running Twitter and concentrating a lot on Twitter and also making some provocative comments on Twitter and so on and so forth. And keeping it 100 with you guys, I'm down about 30K on my Tesla position. But you know what? I do believe in them in the future, so I'm going to stand the course and hold my shares and look for averaging down opportunities down here at these bottom levels because I don't believe we'll stay down here for that long. All right, so let's get into some stocks and charts that I'm digging right now. So with SPY, we got an inside bar right now, and it kind of fluctuated. Didn't really dump or jump right off this news. So we're going to go ahead and put some triggers looking for some swing trades. Obviously, if we see day opportunities, we'll trade off of the MACD and the moving averages, but we're looking for these triggers for swing trades, specifically over the weekend, and we're looking for calls that are above 405, and we're going to look for puts if we start closing below 396. So definitely paying attention to SPY as we open up tomorrow and close out the week. So Myrna, we're looking at some continuation to the downside or a little cool down period. So I'm looking at puts below 207, but we're also, in case we get the push to the upside, we got to have the call trigger as well. So we're looking at calls at 216 or above. And when we talk about this, we're looking for swing. I'm actively going to watch this one tomorrow at the bell for some day trade opportunities based solely off of momentum and the trend. My, have the mighty have fallen. Guys, this stock used to be, believe it or not, like a 300 or something dollar stock, man. This thing is taking a beating, and I think they got some more to the downside. So call trigger 17. If we close above that, we'll be looking for swing calls, but I'm looking more to the put side on this one. So I got the trigger at 14. I think we have a little bit more we could lose. I think we could see $10 in the relatively near future. So definitely keeping a watch for the short side on this one. Adobe, I'm looking for some downward pressure on this. This has earnings coming up, and I don't think that they're going to do that well. I think it's Wall Street's expecting too much, and these guys just won't produce. Plus, I think the forward guidance is probably going to be a little off. So for the triggers, call above 347, puts below 325. But this is going to be our free trade alert, guys. We're going to kick off the YouTube trade, and we're going to make a trade on Adobe. So here's the trade I'm going to be looking for off of this particular trade. I'm going to look at the 310 put going out till the end of this week on December 16th. Now, if this one doesn't look good when I check the market tomorrow, my backup trade that I'm looking for is the 305 put. Now, I don't like the volume on this one. However, I do think if we start to get the dump from Adobe, then the volume would increase on the day on this trade. And I think that this one gives us enough time to make some decent money and not worry about some IV crush and stuff like that. So those are the two trades I'm looking at. The first one is the one I'm really looking at, that 310. But if it doesn't look good, or I feel as though I need a little extra time to try to make money and let this mature, I'll go with this 305 put pushing out. Now here's another option too. This is a little cheaper, but it's pushing out till the 23rd at the 295 put. It's a little further out the money than I feel comfortable going with, so I'm not looking at this one specifically. However, this has more volume, and this one had a automatic sweep trade put on it when you looked at the data, Quant data. So this is definitely something to keep in mind. Like I said though, this is a little bit more out of the money than I want to go. I'd like to keep it closer at the money, within a range of 10% to 11%, because I think that's about the implied movement that Adobe could see from a miss on earnings or poor forward guidance. All right, team, that's it, man. That's all I got for you today. Don't forget, guys, come get some and trade with the bulls at Traders War Room. Join the team and come trade with me, guys. You get all the alerts, all live trading, all the algos, simply everything and something for everyone, guys. Join the team and let's get it.
What you want to do when the Traders War Room? Hey!